The wind is just crazy out here, guys. I don't know if the wind is ever going to die down around here, but at least the sun is shining today. And I went out to make a return to Walmart, and the Habitat store is nearby, and I thought, well, I'll just stop there and look around. I'm thinking about the picnic thing for the car show, and I have a Longenberger basket, picnic basket I was going to use, but I thought it'd be neat if I could find a vintage picnic basket. And first thing I saw when I went in was this picnic basket. I'll show it to you here in just a minute. But I looked around a little more and found some things I liked. Started by put them back, but they had this really pretty wrought iron table and chairs, 4 chairs and a big table. I couldn't believe it was still there, but they had $60 on it. It was in really good shape. It just needs painting, so I couldn't pass that up. So they're holding it. I've already paid for it, and my brother Teddy is on the way with his truck, and we're going to go back there and get that table and chairs, so I'll show that to you later this evening. But let me show you this picnic basket. It was $8. I just think it's so cute. It's in decent shape. This row of whatever that is missing, but I don't think you could really tell. But the leather strap, and you open it up, and it has all these leather straps on the lid. I'm not sure what goes in there, unless the plates and cups. And it's got a stain in the bottom, but I'm going to try to clean that up. Put my receipt down in there for it. But I'm going to try to clean that up. But I think that would be cute to display for my picnic thing. So I couldn't pass that up either. So we'll show you the table and chairs in a little bit. After looking it over closer, there's quite a bit of little algae on it in different places. And I think what I'm going to do is just get the high pressure out one day and just give it a good high pressure cleaning. And that will be great before I paint it. Okay, I'm at Hobby Lobby, and these are so cute, these little hummingbirds. They're half price. I think they're $7.99, so that's about $4 half price. But they are so cute. I'm looking for the picnic ideas for displaying out of the trunk at the car show. And I wanted the red and white gingham checked kitchen towels or napkins, but so far I'm not seeing any. I can't believe they've already got fall pumpkins out. Maybe I can find a pretty bunch of flowers for Joe's gravesite. I found these little floral vases that stick down in the ground, so that will work. But can't decide on the dogwood bush or this spring bush. This one's more fuller, so I think I'm going to go with it. Now I'm at home, and I'd like to find some type of a portable, foldable table to sit next to a chair for my picnic thing. So let's just see what we can find. that's a nice one. It's a little heavier than what I want. $60. It's more than I want to spend for this project. Pretty heavy though. I spy some back here in the back. Says accent tables that way. Let's see if they have anything. Well, now this could be an option. Still more than I want to pay, but it's a tray table. That's what it looks like for $40. I'm thinking about making a little charcuterie board, and that is so cute with the lid that clamps on for $30. I'll think about that. It's up to 75% off clearance. Look for the red sticker. Okay, I'll do that. Well, I'm going to decide against it. It's a little bigger than what I want for the space in my trunk. And I do have one my daughter-in-law got me at Christmas last year, and it's square. And I might can use that one. I'll try it out and see if it fits in the space. I found the clearance aisle, and it looks like it's mostly placemats. There's a few hot stones down there, cheese boards, trays, coasters, table runners. Might find one there. Let me check it out closer. Just filled it up yesterday and it's gone. Well, I got around the corral weeded and around the barn, so it's time to rest. It's about noon and I'm going to go make my protein coffee latte. I make it with the Premier vanilla protein and the Nescafe espresso coffee granules and ice water, and it fills me and gives me another boost of energy to help me get through the day with all the work. So this is how I fix my protein latte. You need a tall glass. You need 2 teaspoons of Nescafe Gold Espresso. This is the blonde, but I really prefer the one that says intense better. This is velvety crema blonde, but it's good, but I do prefer the intense. They also make it in decaf if you want decaf. So you need 2 tablespoons of this and about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of cold water, and then the vanilla Premier protein, this whole bottle. So I'll show you how it goes. Stir that up really good to get the coffee granules mixed up, dissolved really good. Then I open up my protein shake. Give it a good shake. Pour it in. Give it another stir. Add some ice cubes and you're ready for a refreshing drink. Now add my straw. And I hate for you to see me like this after working outside and getting all sweaty. But here is my lunch and I love it and it gets me through the afternoon, so you need to try it. I'm trying to clean these two baseball hats. And this one is mine that I wear all the time when I'm working outside. This one was Joe's, and it was pretty filthy. And I love this hat on him, and we teased it a lot because it just fit him so much. But it says HMT, which stands for hungry, mean, and tired. When I worked in a chemical plant, I was in procurement and contract services, and we dealt with this company called HMT, and they gave us this as a gratuity. And I gave it to Joe because it just fit him so well. But what I've done so far is to spray the hats down to pre-treat them with some white vinegar. Just put it in a spray bottle, and I've just sprayed all over the hats. And then I took a soft toothbrush and just went in circular motions to loosen up any dirt that's on there. I wished I had taken a picture of it before I treated it, but I think I've got a video with me wearing it earlier today when I was weed eating, so I'll try to do a snapshot to show you just how dirty this was. And I've done the same thing here, just go over it all over with the soft toothbrush. This one had a pretty good salt ring around here where I've sweated in it, and this one was sweaty all over, but it's not being ever cleaned. So I'm just letting those sit there for a minute, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, these have been just sitting here for about 15 or 20 minutes. So I've got some warm water, soapy water, and I just added a little bit of this free and clear detergent in it, just laundry detergent. And I'm going to submerge the hats and just let them soak in here for about an hour or two. I think I need a little bit more water to cover them up, let it get hot again. Okay, I've got the hats in this warm soapy water, and they want to float up to the top, but you want to keep them down. So I'll just put a bowl and fill it with water. And set it right there on top of the hat. And hopefully that will keep them underwater. So I'm going to let these sit for about an hour or two. Okay. Alright, it's been a couple of hours. The hats have been just sitting here in this water, soapy water, and we'll take this one out, and we're going to take this toothbrush and just kind of go over again, loosening all that dirt up. if there's any tough stains, you want to make sure you go over those good. That looks pretty well. Let me get the band here. I have just a little bit more soap in here, and there's a stain right there, and we'll see if I can get that to come out a little bit better. Okay. It was on the inside of the cap, so I'll show. Okay, put that one in, put this one out, a bit more. All right, I've drained out the water in the sink, and now I'm just going to give these hats a good rinsing with cold water. Right. Now we're going to let them dry by putting them over a bowl so they'll keep their shape. And I'll show you how we do that. Turn around here. Try my hands here a little bit. I have a tall glass right here and right here, and I've got a bowl, a good rounded shaped bowl, and I place it on top of the glass, and then I put a microfiber towel over the bowl, and then I put the hat over the bowl, just like that. And the other hat, pull this camera back a little bit. Okay, so the other hat is here. Pull it down over the bowl. Well, that just kind of... Let's try that again. It was sitting on something that wasn't steady. There we go. Alright. If you need to shape your bill a little bit better, go ahead and do that right now. Okay. So here I had the two hats sitting over the bowls. on a microfiber towel, and I'm going to put a microfiber towel on top of them too. So here goes one. Just kind of press it to try to absorb the water out of the hat. And here's the second one. Now we're going to let them sit just like this until they dry. We'll check them in a couple of hours and see if they're dry. Well, it's been an hour and a half, and I removed the microfiber towels, and they had wicked a lot of the water up. So the hats are just a little damp right now, not completely dry. So I'm going to leave them over these bowls until they are completely dry, but they already look so much better and cleaner. So I'll give you a final look once they do get completely dry. Okay, it's the next morning and the hats are completely dried. I brought them outside for the better lighting. This one turned out so much nicer, it's so much cleaner. The only thing is the sweat ring where you sweat out salt in your body, and it's left that sweat ring around the brim, and I don't think that's going to come out, but it's still a clean hat now. Looks great. There's another sweat band around the inside rim, and this one turned out really nice and clean, and it doesn't have the salty sweat band around it. So that method works great. Again, well, y'all, I have to show you this cute little picnic basket after I got it cleaned up. I think it's just so cute, and I've seen some online through eBay on sale, and they were quite expensive actually, but they had a label on it. Some looked exactly like this, but they had a label on it that said it was made in England. This one doesn't have any labels on it, but I just paid $8 for it. And I cleaned it up, and oh, there goes my silverware out of the cups. But I love these leather straps, and I found these cute melamine plates with the red and white check, and these are little cup holder things for your cups or bottled drinks, whatever will fit there. I put some utensils in this cup. Of course, when I closed it, it fell out. But it's got a pretty blue and white checked material inside. I found these little snack trays. Can't remember where I was at. I paid $1 for that package. And then I found these red and white checked napkins. And at Goodwill, I thought this was so cute. Of course, it's not old, but it is a cooler with this plaid pattern on the side of it, and it's an insulated cooler. It's stainless inside. I have to set the camera down to show you. Okay, so I took the lid off, and it's stainless inside, insulated cooler, so you could prepare some chicken salad or something that you want to keep cold to take on a picnic, and put it in this little container. And then the lid has a little handle on it where you can carry it. So I thought that was really cute for $3. So I am very tickled with that find of this old picnic basket, and I'm sure I can use it in my idea of the picnic theme out of the trunk of the car for the car show on June 15th. You don't have to spend hours in the kitchen preparing a good meal. This is the first time I've made this, but it's just a piece of chicken breast, and I like to buy the Amish chicken breast, a boneless, skinless chicken breast. And you put it in the middle of the aluminum foil and put some olive oil, salt and pepper on it. And then you add some sliced carrots, red bell pepper, some onions, and some chunk pineapple. And then you drizzle teriyaki sauce over the top of it. And then you fold it up really tight and put it in a preheated oven at 400 degrees and bake it for about 30 minutes or until the internal temperature of your chicken is 165 degrees. So you want to make sure that's well done there. And then just sticks the potato in the microwave. And it is delicious. I'm enjoying it. If the wind will die down just a little bit more when I finish eating, I think I might go start painting the table and chairs that I bought. I did wash it. I sprayed it. Do you remember the video on Teddy and I going shopping at Valley Forge Wholesale? And I bought a bottle of the 30-second cleaner. Well, I used that on that table. It had quite a bit of green algae on it, so I sprayed it down good with that and let it sit for about 5 minutes. Then I took the water hose and just hosed it off, and every bit came out. It looks really good and clean now. So I'm ready to paint it. It's been 1 week ago today that I planted my garden plants, and the tomatoes here in this first row have doubled in size, and some are even blooming. See the little yellow bloom? And these are the ones I just planted today that I got from Pam. I think that's a Roma and an orange tomato and some rainbow tomatoes. And what does this one say down here? Cherokee purple. I got some big boys from her. And seems like another variety, and I can't remember, but they're on the carport that I think Teddy is going to take home with him. He'll be here Sunday for the cookout. So this is the turkey craw beans, and they are already coming up in just 1 week. And on this panel I planted the Mississippi pink eye purple hull peas, and they're coming up. So let's go check out the table now. Okay, I set the table up on this trailer and I've cleaned it all up. It looks nice and clean, and I'm gonna go get the spray paint and go ahead and see what I can get painted tonight. The wind has died down considerably, thank the Lord. So the paint that I'm going to use is this Rust-Oleum. It's paint and primer in one, and it says fast drying, rust preventative. It's good for wood, metal, plastic, or masonry, and the color is oil rubbed bronze. So this is what I'm going to be using. And I always put on gloves because I always get it all over me, and I don't want to inhale the fumes of the paint, so I'm going to put a mask on. And here I go. finished painting it, spray painting it, and I went through 5 cans. I've got 1 can left, but I'll let it dry overnight and then check it for some places that I've missed and use that for touch-ups. But it looks so much better painted black. This oil rubbed bronze color I really like. I don't know if you can see, it's got a little bit of shine to it. But I'm very pleased.